I just do not understand it anymore. Every time I walk into an airport, I feel like I am playing a rigged game. Flights get delayed, the gate agent hands out $50 food vouchers like they are doing us a huge favor, and if anything goes wrong, we are just stuck sleeping on the floor. It feels like the airlines hold all the cards.
That is exactly how they want you to feel. You are not paranoid. The entire airport ecosystem is engineered to keep you in the dark about your actual legal rights. Airlines are multi-billion-dollar corporations, and they protect their profit margins by exploiting one simple fact. Most travelers do not know the federal rules. I have spoken with gate agents, airline pilots, and internal operations directors. They all know the truth. There are 7 specific secrets airlines actively hide from you. Not because they are mean, but because keeping you ignorant saves them millions of dollars every single year.
Okay, I am listening. What is the first thing they are hiding from us? Because last month, my flight was delayed for 6 hours, and they blamed it on the weather. I checked my phone, and it was perfectly sunny in both cities.
Welcome to secret number 1, the delay code deception. When a flight is delayed, the airline has to assign an internal code to explain why. Under federal regulations, if a delay is within the airline's control, like a mechanical failure, a crew shortage, or a scheduling error, they are legally required to provide you with certain compensations. This could mean paying for your hotel, your ground transportation, and your meals. But if the delay is caused by an act of God, like weather or air traffic control, they owe you absolutely zero.
Wait, are you saying they lie about the weather to get out of paying for a hotel room?
I am saying they use a very broad definition of weather. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine a giant casino where the house makes the rules. If the dealer makes a mistake, they're supposed to pay you double. But the house also hired the referee. So, if the dealer drops the cards, the referee just points out the window at a rain cloud 500 miles away and says, "Sorry, the wind blew the cards out of his hand. No payout." Airlines do exactly this. A previous flight might have been delayed by weather yesterday, which messed up the crew schedule today. The actual current problem is a crew shortage, which is the airline's fault. But the gate agent will announce it as a weather delay, shifting the blame. Your secret weapon here is the Department of Transportation's Aviation Consumer Protection Dashboard. If you suspect they are lying, take a screenshot of the FAA delay map, politely ask the agent for the exact official delay reason code, and mention you are filing a DOT complaint. Watch how quickly they magically find you a hotel voucher.
Wow, that is incredibly sneaky. But what about when they ask for volunteers? You know, when the flight is oversold and they offer a $200 voucher if someone gives up their seat. Is that a scam too?
A scam? No. A terrible deal? Absolutely. Secret number 2 is the involuntary denied boarding cash trap. Airlines legally overbook flights because statistics show a certain percentage of people simply will not show up. But when everyone does show up, they have a math problem. They will get on the intercom and offer you a voucher. Here is the secret. Never, ever take the first voucher. Vouchers expire, they have blackout dates, and they often cannot be used with other promotions.
So I should just wait until they raise the voucher to $500?
No, you wait. Because if they cannot find enough volunteers, they have to start forcing people off the plane. And under federal law, if you are involuntarily bumped due to overbooking, the airline does not give you a useless voucher. They are legally required to pay you in cold, hard cash or a direct check right there at the airport. If they delay you by more than 2 hours on a domestic flight, the Department of Transportation mandates they pay you 400% of your one-way fare, up to $1,550. Gate agents are trained to avoid reaching this point at all costs. They will make those vouchers sound incredibly tempting to protect the cash reserves. If you get bumped against your will, ask for the DOT-mandated cash check immediately.
Up to $1,550 in cash? I had no idea. But what if the flight is just straight up canceled and they tell me the next available flight on their airline is not until tomorrow?
This brings us to secret number 3, the Rule 240 competitor endorsement. In the old days of aviation, there was a universal rule known as Rule 240. It stated that if an airline delayed or canceled your flight for mechanical reasons, they had to put you on the next available flight to your destination, even if that flight belonged to a rival airline. Today, most legacy carriers still have this written deep inside their contract of carriage. They call it an interline agreement.
So if my Delta flight is canceled, they will actually buy me a ticket on an American Airlines flight?
Yes, but they will never offer it voluntarily. Never. If you are standing in a line of 50 angry people, the gate agent will just rebook you on their own airline for the next day. You have to be the one to look up the competitor's flight on your phone. Find a flight leaving in the next 2 hours, walk up to the agent and say, "I see United has a flight to Chicago leaving at 4 p.m. Under your contract of carriage for mechanical delays, I am requesting that you endorse my ticket over to that United flight." Because you cited their legal contract and you did the research for them, they will process it. You just saved yourself a miserable 24 hours in Terminal 3.
That is brilliant. Just knowing the phrase contract of carriage seems like a superpower. What about before I even get to the airport? Are there secrets hidden in the booking process?
Absolutely. Secret number 4 is the schedule change loophole. Let us say you bought a basic economy ticket. It is non-refundable, you cannot change it, and you are locked in. But 2 months before the flight, the airline emails you. They moved your departure time by just 90 minutes. Most people just sigh and accept it.
Yeah, what else can you do? They change the schedule. You have to deal with it.
Wrong. If an airline changes your flight time significantly, usually anywhere from 1 to 2 hours depending on the airline, your strictly non-refundable ticket instantly becomes fully refundable or fully changeable for free. It breaks the contract they made with you. If you suddenly decide you do not want to go on the trip anymore, call them, cite the significant schedule change, and demand a refund to your original credit card, not a flight credit. Or use it to your advantage. Call them and say, "This new time does not work for me, but there is a totally different flight you offer later that day, which costs 3 times as much. Move me to that one." They will do it, completely free of charge.
Okay, I am definitely using that. Now, what about the most stressful part of travel? Luggage. I am terrified of them losing my bags.
Secret number 5 is the DOT maximum luggage liability. When an airline loses your bag, or even if it is just delayed for a day, the baggage office agent will often hand you an overnight kit with a cheap toothbrush and tell you they will authorize $50 for you to buy essentials. They are intentionally lowballing you.
$50? That does not even cover a decent pair of shoes if I have a business meeting the next morning.
Exactly, and you do not have to accept their $50 limit. The Department of Transportation dictates that on domestic flights, airlines are liable for up to $3,800 per passenger for lost, damaged, or delayed baggage. If your bag is delayed and you have a wedding to attend, go buy a reasonable suit or dress. Buy underwear, buy toiletries. Keep every single receipt. Do not go buy a Rolex. It has to be considered reasonable for the purpose of your trip. But when you file your claim, you remind them of the $3,800 federally mandated liability limit. They will reimburse those receipts.
It is amazing how much money they save by simply not telling us our rights. Is there actually a way to get money back if I am the one who cancels? Like if I have to cancel a cheap, non-refundable ticket?
Yes. Secret number 6 is the ticket tax refund. When you buy a plane ticket, a huge portion of that price is made up of government taxes and airport fees. If you cancel a basic economy non-refundable ticket, the airline keeps the fare. But by law, they must refund you the government taxes and airport facility charges because you are not using the airport and they are not remitting those taxes to the government on your behalf. They never advertise this. You have to call their customer service and specifically request the government tax refund on your canceled non-refundable ticket. It can sometimes put $60 or $80 back in your pocket.
They just keep the tax money if you do not ask for it? That is wild. All right, what is the final secret? Give me the last whistle to blow.
Secret number 7 is the equipment swap downgrade. Sometimes you pay extra for a premium economy seat, an exit row, or even first class. You show up and the agent says, "Sorry, we had an equipment swap. We are using a smaller plane today, so we had to move you to a standard middle seat in the back." They might say sorry and hand you a drink voucher.
Oh, that would make me so mad. I paid real money for that leg room.
And you are entitled to that money back. If you are involuntarily downgraded to a lower class of service, the airline is legally required to refund you the difference in fare between what you paid and the price of the cabin you actually flew in. Do not accept a drink ticket. Do not accept a low-value flight credit. After your flight, write to the airline's refund department. State that you were subjected to an involuntary downgrade due to an equipment swap and demand a refund to your original form of payment for the fare difference. They process these fast, as long as you use the magic words.
It really is just about knowing the magic words. Contract of carriage, Department of Transportation limits, involuntary denied boarding. It changes everything.
Knowledge is power. The rules exist strictly to protect the consumer, but the enforcer of those rules is you. If you do not ask, the airline will not offer. The next time you step into an airport, remember, you are not a helpless passenger. You are a contractual party with federally protected rights. Travel smart.